Hey folks, welcome back. So today we have Ashwini with us who secured a role at GoDaddy with a 23 LPA offer.
And not just that, she also shared how you can do it too. So without wasting any time, I am Madhav
I am Tanish
and
and let's
let's
get
get started.
started.
So, hey Ashwini, we are super thrilled to have you here on our podcast series. We'll just keep it natural and conversational. We would love to hear your story, your journey, and experience your vibe. So, before kickoff, just wanted to know with a quick introduction. Can you just tell me a bit about your background, what your career looked like before joining GoDaddy?
Sure. Hello, I am Ashwini, and I started my career with exploring Java full stack, and then also in the initial days, it was kind of deep diving into the different aspect of the IT industry. So those skills I explored, and it was kind of bit challenging to manage the things when you don't know anything. Yeah, it was interesting, like exploring that full stack tech stack like React, Java, Spring Boot, all the things at the same time, and how IT industry works, and like how to deal with different people. So it was interesting.
Nice, nice to know. So, what kind of work were you doing in your previous role? Like, what was the tech stack? What was the product that you were working on?
Yeah, so regarding the tech stack, as I mentioned, I started as a Java full stack. So mainly I focused on the Java, Spring Boot, and then for the front end, I worked for some time on the React, and then there was a Ruby on Rails full stack technology as well. It was kind of about the tech stack, but more skills. I would highlight that it was about debugging skills. I upskilled myself in my first role. So it was the environment or product called Applied, and it was kind of a complex database it has, but it helped me to understand how important your debugging skills and how it is required to upskill yourself along with your development skills.
So we know, let's jump onto the offer details part, like which is most interesting for all of our audience. So we noticed that GoDaddy is known for offering the solid compensation along with the work culture. So beyond like 22 LPA of CTC, what stood out most for you in the offer?
So yeah, compensation is a different thing which we first thing is kind of we focus on that, and that they offer very well. And the second thing is they offer you a dynamic environment. It's kind of dynamic spaced environment where you get a chance to explore different domains, because they work on multiple domains and different technologies along with the utilization of AI potential. And you get access to a smarter people, and their work culture is so flexible. You get a chance to design some systems or like explore different things as per your interest. So it's not like something compulsion that if you are allocated to one product, then you are supposed to work only on that product. You can ask for the switch, or you can propose your approach to do the things, and they will accept it.
Okay, so let's go back to your preparation phase. So when did you decide start to actively start preparing for a switch? So was it a gradual shift, or was it a focused phase that now I have to switch?
For me, it was kind of a gradual shift, because I knew that I need to change the things in order to get help into my career growth. So I knew that I need change into my knowledge with respect to domain and with respect to the technology which I am because it's like about how there are a tech stack. It's like if you are using Java, Spring Boot, then it depends how intentionally you use it, or how widely, or how potentially you are using it. So that's how I kind of got these things, that I need a shift in my skills, or my domain. And I started my preparation. I used to prepare on the things whenever I get a spare time. And I started with the DSA preparation because it was kind of a gap of 2 years after college time. I had kind of a stop on the DSA practice, so I started there, and gradually I started preparing on the system design and other aspects, so that I won't be losing any opportunities. Yeah.
So while giving your answer, you said that you focused on a lot of things like system design, DSA. So let's talk about them one by one. So for DSA, did you use Lead Code or Geeks for Geeks or similar platforms? And for system design, what things that you have used?
Yeah, so for DSA, I used to prepare back then in college also. I used to participate in CodeShip weekly contest. And initially, I used to use CodeShip platform, and then I shifted on the Lead Code. So there you get a very good bunch of problem statement, which will help you to help you to understand different patterns of the problem, or different time based problems. So that is the one thing regarding DSA. I keep on preparing on it. It's not like okay, you prepare only for 1 month or 2 months and that's it. It's like the more you prepare, the more you will get exposure and you will feel like confident. And then there was a gap, or I was lacking on the system design knowledge. So I started preparing on system design. So it was kind of a beginning for me. So I opted for one course, that is Logic Mojo, and they give you so good content that you won't feel like you are kind of starting just now, or you are lacking on something. So, and also like online resources which are available easily on YouTube, that I used to refer playlist by Gaurav Sen. So that helped me to understand like how system design works and how one can think of it utilization.
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's dive into the actual hiring process at GoDaddy. So what was the format of test? This is we are talking about the online assessment. Okay, so was it coding heavy? Was it aptitude based, or was it something else?
So their online assessment was fully focused on DSA only. It wasn't aptitude based or something. So online assessment included three questions, and those were easy and medium level questions. And the time limit of was of 1 hour. So it's like 1 hour. In 1 hour, you are supposed to solve the three questions, which were like array based questions and tree based questions.
No.
So if you are clear on resolving the questions and you have practiced time based questions, then 1 hour was kind of more than sufficient to resolve those questions.
Okay.
So let's jump into the second section of the after online assessment, that is the technical interviews. So how many technical rounds did you go through for GoDaddy?
Yeah, so all the technical interviews were in person, so it was kind of 1 day process only, and I went through 3 rounds of technical interview.
Hmm.
So first round was mostly DSA focused and core concept focused. So it was mostly around the DSA concepts like time complexity, how you calculate your time complexity, or how do you think on any approach which you will it wasn't about how whether you are able to solve the particular problem or not. It was more about whether how you are thinking, what time complexity, or how are you thinking about optimizing the time complexity, or like what are different data structures you are trying to apply to solve the particular problem. And then my core skills or my tech stack skills, I would say, were evaluated. It was like mostly related Java, Spring Boot, and SQL queries. So I was asked to write one SQL query as well, and there were few of the core concept tricky questions on the Java. So it was about first round. Then about the second round, it was like fully focused on system design. So I was asked to design a system where like you need to identify what kind of model will be applicable to design a particular system. But to design that particular system, I needed to use pub model. And then there were few of the cross questions. What if some scenarios were given, like what if I want to change my system like this, then how would you change your systems design and like that.
Mm.
And then around about the second sorry about the third round, I had mentioned my interest about the AI technologies. So it was more about evaluating my basic skills on machine learning and deep learning. It was kind of one more round which they were interested in evaluating my skills. So they were kind of giving me some scenarios, like if I want to um, like train such kind of model, then what kind of algorithms I will be working or like that. So it was more about like managerial, I would say, plus technical round. So they were like evaluating if I am interested into something, then have I done like on anything to learn those skills, or it is just like I am saying that I am interested in. So it was more like evaluating your interest and how you are pursuing your upskillings into that domain.
Basically, for interview purpose, only Java and problem solving skills were needed. But as you mentioned in your resume, you are interested into machine learning. So they were checking like, are you what is mentioned in the resume? Is that true? Like, are you putting any efforts to learn new things like that, right?
Yeah, yes, definitely. Means their manager was kind of interested in like these skills as well. And then they were evaluating that whether I would be a fit for a AI
Mm.
product likewise. But mostly like normal interviews, you need to prepare on DSA and system design problems.
Mm.
Yeah, well said.
So any specific question or moment from the interview that stood out, which was tough or memorable?
Yeah, I would say that I wasn't expecting that they would go into so core concepts of SQL or something. So there was a situation where I was like just like designing my system, and they expected me to like consider the concurrency problems and like how I can tackle. So they just give me a scenario where that scenario was more based on a dirty raid problem. So it was like okay, like what if a user like reads some information before the updation or something. You were supposed to identify it is a dirty raid problem, and then how what are the approaches you are like in a real life, or like what are the approaches available to tackle those problems. So it was kind of SQL concurrency, and like you are having the skills on SQL schedulers. That was something I was like more surprised about. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. So what was the nature of HR round? How many HR rounds were there?
So it was like two HR rounds. One was a director round, and one was a HR round. So in the director round, it was mostly about like how your thought processing is, like how, like it was mostly they were curious about how I spend my like working hours, and then like how I kind of what things do I do in my spare timing, kind of. They were trying to know me more as a individual, and not working employee. So the director was mostly about, he was trying to kind of check the filter, culture fit, and trying to check what thought processing I have, or how my mindset, or how I can, how do I look to towards the things. He was giving me some sort of scenarios, for example, you are supposed to work on the weekend. Just say, it's not we are asking you to work on weekends, but it's just there is a scenario that you are supposed to work on the weekend. Then how would you approach for that? So it was kind of a priority basis, or it should be evaluated, how important it is for your organization, or will it impact your daily personal life or something. It was like that. And then the whole process concluded with HR round, having a discussion on your on my expectations in terms of compensation, and how the culture they have, and the perks I will be enjoying if I join them, like that. Yeah.
So, lastly, let's jump into the final section of our podcast, that is the words of wisdom for audience. So let's help others walking the same path. What your ideal preparation roadmap will look like for someone like with 2 to 3 years of experience and aiming for GoDaddy or similar roles.
So I would suggest that make sure that you are preparing on DSA, and you are kind of DSA is so vast, kind of, so you need to limit that, this much or this much type of understanding I need to get. So limit you set the boundaries, limit the timing to prepare on something. So if you are preparing as a 2 3 experienced employee, then have some understanding on on the tech stack which you are using, because you are expected to have a clear understanding what you are doing right now. And then have some skills on the system design as well, because it is as you dive into the higher role, you are expected to take the decisions on the architecture and design some kind of features you are supposed to implement. It is not something will be given to you and you are just supposed to develop that feature. You are supposed to work on its architecture design, and propose your approach so that it would be impactful. Otherwise, you will feel your contribution is not impactful or something. So prepare accordingly, have some understanding on DSA, have some understanding on system designs, then have some understanding on the microservices, because that is something trending. No organization is there, those are not looking forward to shift on the microservice architecture or something. So have some understanding and just keep preparing, and you will get paid of it. Yeah.
So, to wrap it up, what is the one message that you would give to professionals who are feeling stuck or doubting their next move?
I would say just have faith in yourself. Don't compare yourself with others. Just very well organize your journey, and make sure that you are very clear what you want to achieve, or what's your target. Just don't look around and just see oh, that employee is going to go in Google, then I have to also. It just it's their priority or their preparation. It's your journey, it's your preparation. So have faith in yourself, keep preparing, and you will get whatever you want. Yeah.
Very well
Well
said.
said. So, thank you so much, Ashwini, for joining us and sharing your journey. Wishing you the very best in your exciting journey ahead at Logic Monitor. will be cheering on you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe and drop a comment below. We would love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next one.